يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي
Along the path of recovery from pornography and undesirable sexual behaviors, all addicts, with no exception, will experience something called relapses, or falling back to their compulsive habits. Although they have done what they can to remain sober, yet they slip and repeated the activity. And so, in order for you to beat up this monster called porn addiction and live a life that you've always wanted, you will have to identify these triggers or these situations that could lead you to the repetition of that cycle and avoid them altogether. There are sexual triggers which can be easily identified, like watching TV shows, certain movies, sitting for long hours on the beach, just staring at people, browsing through magazines or erotic novels, etc. The solution is very simple. Just avoid these situations and you're good to go. However, the non-sexual triggers are much harder to identify and difficult to deal with. Some of them are the following. Boredom, having nothing to do, is a very common trigger for so many addicts. And the solution is to engage in productive work and keep yourself always busy with things that you normally like to do. Loneliness. Pornography loves isolation. So do the opposite. Surround yourself with righteous friends and family members and avoid loneliness. Stress and tiredness. Do your best to avoid stressful situations at work, school, or at home, and especially with your spouse. And when these situations occur, the best way to relax is to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and recite this beautiful supplication. Allahumma inni abduka, ibnu abdika, ابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك ماض في حكمك عدل في قضاؤك أسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن ربيع قلبي ونور صدري وجلاء حزني وذهاب همي. O Allah, I am your slave and the son of your male slave and the son of your female slave. My forehead is in your hand. You have control over me. Your judgment upon me is assured, and your decree concerning me is just. I ask you by every name that you have named yourself with, revealed it in your book, taught any of your creation, or kept it unto yourself in the knowledge of the unseen that is with you, to make the Quran the spring of my heart, and the light of my chest, and the banisher of my sadness, and the reliever of my distress. And when you get tired, the best thing to do is to shut your internet devices, darken your room, and just sleep.